It was a dark and stormy night, the kind that sends chills down your spine. The wind howled and the rain beat against the windows of the old castle, as if trying to find a way inside. This was no ordinary castle, for it was known as the Castle of Carnage, a place where centuries of bloodshed and betrayal had stained its walls. Legend has it that the castle was built by a powerful king who was known for his cruelty and thirst for power. He ruled over his kingdom with an iron fist, and anyone who dared to defy him would meet a gruesome end in the castle's dungeons. But the king's reign came to an abrupt end when he was betrayed by his own son, who sought to claim the throne for himself. After the king's death, the castle was left abandoned, its halls and rooms filled with the echoes of its dark past. Many brave souls tried to enter the castle, hoping to uncover its secrets, but none ever returned. It was said that the spirits of those who perished in the castle still roamed its halls, seeking revenge on anyone who dared to disturb their eternal slumber. On this particular night, a group of curious teenagers decided to explore the castle. They had heard the rumors and wanted to see for themselves if the stories were true. As they approached the castle, a feeling of unease washed over them. But their curiosity got the better of them, and they made their way inside. As they explored the castle's winding corridors, they could feel the weight of its dark history bearing down on them. They came across a room with a large painting on the wall. The painting depicted the king and his son, but there was something off about it. The king's eyes seemed to follow them, and the son's face was twisted into a sinister grin. Just then, a loud crash echoed through the castle, causing the teenagers to jump in fear. They heard footsteps coming towards them, and they frantically searched for a place to hide. They found a secret passage that led to a hidden room, and they quickly hid inside. As they caught their breath, they noticed a book lying on a dusty pedestal in the room. It was a journal written by the king himself, detailing all the atrocities he had committed in the castle. But what caught their attention the most was the last entry, which read, "I will not rest until I have my revenge on my son and all those who betrayed me." Suddenly, the room became freezing cold, and the book burst into flames. The teenagers screamed as they saw the ghostly figure of the king materialize in front of them. He was followed by the spirits of all those who had died in the castle, their eyes filled with hatred and vengeance. The teenagers tried to run, but the spirits were everywhere, blocking their escape. The king's voice boomed through the room. "You have trespassed in my castle, and now you shall suffer the same fate as all those who came before you." But just as it seemed like all hope was lost, the spirits stopped in their tracks. The sound of church bells could be heard, signaling the break of dawn. The spirits let out a blood-curdling scream and disappeared into thin air, leaving the teenagers shaken but unharmed. As they made their way out of the castle, they could hear the faint sound of the king's laughter, a chilling reminder that the Castle of Carnage would always be haunted by its dark past. From that day on, no one ever dared to enter the castle again, for fear of facing the wrath of its vengeful spirits.